You guys know where you've seen him. You've seen him on all his amazing Netflix specials, and you know where you've seen him. And also, Epics for Families coming back for another season.
Nice to be here. Jesus Christ, 3:30 in the fucking afternoon. I feel like such an asshole right now. Like I just ruined your day. There wasn't enough time to do anything before the show. You're going to be too tired to do anything after. It's just right in the middle of you. Was it Sunday? Yeah. Sunday. You guys go to church?
Nope.
All right, I like you guys. Just took the train up here from Munich or whatever. I don't even know where the hell I am. I don't know what day it is. I don't. I'm just psyched the sun's going to come out. I saw it. A little poking the hole into the fucking clouds. That's all I need. Just a little bit of sun. Just a little bit of sun, something to brighten it up. You know, your room service, every fucking place I go, it's burger, spaghetti, or Wiener Schnitzel. This fucking asshole brings the burger to me. The plate is bigger than the tray. There's no silverware. Then I ask him, how the fuck do you turn the heat on? He's like, I don't know. It's like, your job is complete. Anyways, I come from the greatest country on the planet, as you all know, the United States. Yeah, we are always having to babysit the world, trying to come in and solve everybody else's problems. Doing it for one reason over, the truth and justice. I literally just love saying our propaganda and listening to people laugh. We just have to say what we say that we're doing. The beacons of freedom. Give ourselves, you're weak, you're poor, we will take care of them. There's a lot going on in my country. Michelle Obama is doing an arena tour. She's doing a tour where she sits down and she gets interviewed and 15,000 people watch it. Let me ask you a question. When did first ladies start acting like they got elected? Right? It's like you didn't do anything. First lady is not a fucking job. You were married to somebody who did something. She wrote a book. She wrote a book about not having a fucking job for 8 years. 15,000 people are showing up to listen to her talk about it. I gotta read that book. Chapter 1, how to know if a dick tastes presidential. How to weave your way through all that local representative cock. Who the fuck opens? Who is the opening act on that tour? It's gotta be like Stedman, right? He's Oprah's husband. Sorry. Probably comes out there for 20 minutes, talks about walking her dogs. You know, the Cocker Spaniel's a little fussy. Everybody applauding. I know there's probably a lot of feminists out there that don't like this fucking joke. You know, I don't give a shit, all right? Because one day there's going to be a woman president. And you wait till when her husband speaks up, right? All you feminists make, you shut the fuck up! It's her time! Stand down! Go pick out some plates, bitch! Secret Service's code name's gonna be fucking Appendix. Appendix is on its way to the airport. Appendix. Non-factor is on its way to the helicopter. They're gonna treat him like Tom Arnold when he was married to Roseanne. You know, say what you want about Republican presidents. They have their first ladies in line. They do. Throw it all you want. George W. Bush was president for 8 years. I don't even know his wife's name. What was it, like Maggie or something? I got no clue. You know what it is about the Republicans? They got religion on their side. That's the white man's pip game. That's how he gets in his white lady's fucking head. You know, just reading all the shit. See, it says here you come from my rib. I came from him and you came from me. You're like a subset of me. You're like me, but less than. So, you make a pie, you fucking pick out, you know, some drapes, and you let me do the thinking. You let me do. Hey, anybody who thinks the first lady is actually a fucking job, okay, put that on a tax return, and you wait to see how quickly somebody comes and knocks on your door and asks you what the fuck you're doing. Plus, all you gotta do is just look at Obama, you know? Look at that poor bastard. When he first got elected, he looked like he was about 40 years old. When he left office, he looked like he was 93. Michelle looks younger than she did. It's like, what did you do for 8 years other than laying a vat of Illuminati lotion 12 hours a day, occasionally popping your head up? Hey, Bam Bam, tell Stevie Wonder I want him to play tonight. I'll see you later. Say this type of stuff because this is the world we're living in right now. We went from not listening to women at all, which was wrong, but awesome. It was fun. I caught the tail end of that. Shut up! There's guys in here thinking about stuff. Now you gotta act like everything they say is like spun with gold. I don't know, do they do that in your country here? I have no fucking idea. Do they act like everything a woman says now is just like brave? Literally in my country, if a woman doesn't wear makeup, they almost give her a fucking medal. You know? And if she's fat and she doesn't wear makeup, I think she gets like a Medal of Honor. That was so brave, the way you kept eating the fucking cheeseburgers and you still wore a half shirt, making everybody look at your disgusting stomach. Fuck the fact that 90% of people are starving on the planet. Let's reward you. I love making fun of women. I do, because I'm married, you know what I mean? I can't say this shit at home, it just fucking ruins my life. So I apologize to the ladies. I don't think half of this shit that I'm going to say tonight, I don't even believe, but it's just fun to say it, just to get it out of me, you know? Like one of my fantasies, I actually don't really trash women as much as feminists. I really like making fun of them, you know? Like one of my fantasies is I would love to be driving down the street and accidentally come upon some like woman's rally. And when I drive by, just yell the most sexist shit I can think of. Like, yeah, get back in the kitchen where you belong! Just watch them all flipping out, spinning around in the road like fucking Leatherface at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, how do you not make fun of feminists? I mean, they always take the bait. It's so easy. You don't even have to put anything on the hook. They just fucking jump in the boat. You're always offended. You know? I don't like them. Anyways, I recently was on the road, right? I was a little fucking tired or whatever, and my buddy was going, all right, where do you want to stay? I go, just stick me in the nicest fucking place you can find closest to the venue so I don't have a long walk. So he goes, fine. So he gives me my itinerary, and I find out I'm staying at a Trump hotel. Right? Yeah, I know, a building. So, dude, you can't believe it. I go to the city, there's people standing outside, like literally giving the building the finger. Like, dude, fucking structure, piece of shit, fucking steel and glass. I don't like the name that's on this thing, you know? It's crazy. That's how fucking nuts, that's how much people can't stand it. And I gotta tell you though, I went in that hotel, it's unbelievable. It is, you owe it to yourself at some point in your life to stay at a Trump hotel. I don't care how much you don't like the guy. Dude, this place was so nice. We walked in, and my buddy Verzi, we got into just to the lobby, and he's looking around going, oh my God, I hope this guy gets reelected. It was great. You know, I get so much shit for staying there. How the fuck did you stay there? That guy's just a horrible person. How could you stay there? It's like, where else am I supposed to stay? Am I supposed to stay at the Sheraton or the Hilton? Who do you think those guys voted for? They're fucking billionaires. You think they're the billionaires with the heart of gold? They're the ones that care. They're the ones that aren't pouring shit in the fucking water supply, right? This guy was literally giving me shit, and he's standing there. He had like a laptop, like an Apple laptop under his arm, and he's judging me. I'm like, I'm sorry, don't those people have like nets outside their sweatshop? So like when their workers try to leap to their death, they actually hit the net and ricochet back to their workstation. That's how you make an iPad, right? You want to meet the crying children that sewed together our fucking clothes? Like, where are we going to stop with this? No? You know, I look at it, I just look at Trump, it's like Elvis. You know what I mean? You watch one of his movies, you're like, this guy's fucking terrible. What is the big deal? I don't get it. This sucks. But then you listen to him sing a song, you're like, oh, now I get it. This is what he's supposed to be doing, right? Trump's the same way. You watch him be president, you're like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. But then you walk into one of his hotels, you're like, oh, now I get it. This is Donnie singing. This is what he's supposed to be doing. You got to be able to separate. People aren't just the one thing that they're doing, right? Like, I still watch O.J. Simpson highlights. Why wouldn't I? He's one of the top 5 running backs of all time. Having said that, I don't condone the way the man handled his divorce. You know, I can't say he didn't deserve the Heisman Trophy in 1968 just because he murdered 2 people in 1994. Right? He's all those things. He's the greatest mass murdering running back. And I'm sick of people yelling murderer at him. They should say, you know, I don't know, fucking Hall of Fame running back, murdering piece of shit. That's what you do. Read the whole resume. Stop cherry picking, you know? I heard your boy was good at art, right? Exact same shit in our country, it's just not on film. We get to walk away from it. There was a lot of people that used to be there before guys like me got there, you know what I mean? So, we gave them casinos. That's what we did, that was our big give back. Yeah, sorry about that. You want a hotel? It's the best we got, you know, getting your shit back. Anyways, you know what's funny? The other day I was in Los Angeles, right? And my buddy calls me up. He lives on the East Coast. Everybody on the East Coast of the United States, specifically in, like, you know, Boston, New York, they all think they're so fucking real, right? So he calls me up. He goes, "Where are you, dude? When are you coming back to the fucking East Coast, kid?" And I'm like, "I'm in Los Angeles." So of course he's like, "Oh yeah, what, you fucking out there sucking cock to get a part in a movie? You know, you fucking blowing somebody?" All that homophobic shit. I'm like, "No, I'm just driving down the street, enjoying the sunshine." And I go, "Hey, I'm actually right near to the Scientology building, you know?" And he goes, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Scientology, what a fucking scam that is." And I'm like, "As opposed to what? Catholicism? Which is what we are? Jesus Christ. Scientology's a joke compared to that." I'm like, "Call me when they start fucking kids." Mind control and ideas about a spaceship? Ooh! Dude, we had Nazi gold in our fucking church. People had to come back and get it. And we're sitting there being like, "Oh yeah, we thought they were going to win." Sorry about that, you know? Guys, come on, what the fuck? I know you didn't do it. You're too young. Relax. Every goddamn country has their skeletons, right? Don't they? I don't know. Anyways, sorry. Maybe I brought it up too early in the set. Should have gone a little bit more, made fun of my country a little bit more. Hey, this guy's cool, he's not coming in. I've worn this shirt every fucking day since I've been here. You know what? This shirt can take it. My other shirts, they're too dainty, you know? Twice under the iron, they're just like, "I don't want to do it anymore." I was all fucked up looking. This thing doesn't give a shit, you know what I mean? This is like a great woman that can keep her fucking mouth shut. It's just so early in the afternoon. It's just so fucking ridiculous to be saying this type of shit. I feel like
I should be up. I feel like I should be an author talking this early in the day up on stage.
How do you get your ideas for all your books? Well, I have great imagination.
Nothing but shit and dick jokes up here, people. I don't know what to do about it. So my daughter is going to be turning 2 years old in a couple of weeks. Very excited about that. Yep. Two things that ever happened to me. I make her a birthday cake every year. She doesn't appreciate it yet, but she will. Someday she's gonna say, "You see that old bald freckled bastard over there? He made me a fucking cake every year." So anyway, she's 2 years old, and we gotta start picking up schools where she's gonna go to, because public schools are down the shitter in my country. You know, capitalism, it works for a while, and then it's just kind of three people have all the money, and everybody else is like, you know. You're like drowned rats trying to jump on the wood. So anyway, so we have to pick out a private school, which costs a fortune, which is why I'm doing a 3:30 show right now. Here we go. So I thought because I'm paying all this fucking money for my kid to go to school there, I was going to show up and they were going to be nice, you know what I mean? Giving me like, you know, a little champagne or some shit. And they don't. They have your kid come there. First of all, my kid won't go there till she's like 5, but you have to bring them down when they're like 1.5, 2, and they have them come down and they make them play with the other children and then they observe them. Huh? Sound familiar? It's fun. They just sit there, right? And they're trying, like, in this liberal way, they're trying to pick the best ones, you know? Like the ones that play the best, and then they're trying to have this perfect sort of racial kid salad, you know? Like, as far as I can tell, like, the white kids are like the lettuce, you know? And they sprinkle in a few Asians, dash of Latino, you know? Some black kids, but they don't want like black. They want like Willow Smith type, you know, skinny jeans. Basically born into privilege. Und kennt ihr Beatbox? Will be sharing his ethnic food with the others? It's so fucking creepy. I've never seen anything like it. But I don't know. I make my wife go to those things because I can't go to them because I'm going to say something like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Is this going to make anything better? Anyways, so I travel around a lot. My big thing right now is I've been working on my temper, and it's actually been working because I'm finally working on it. You know what I mean? Before when I used to work on my temper, I'd just take a little Post-it. You guys call them that? You know, it goes on, little yellow. And I would just, you know, so I wouldn't have road rage, I'd just draw a smiley face on it and put it on my dashboard. So then if somebody cut me off, oh, what the fuck? Just like that guy. No, it wasn't working, so. No, my wife's trying to get me to go to like couples therapy. She keeps for years, she's been telling me, I'm like, I'm not fucking going to that. You know, having somebody else telling me I'm an asshole. I'm not doing that shit. And then, I don't know, recently she's like, we should go to couples therapy. And I go, fine, let's go. And now she's the one backing off. Yeah, because for once in her life, someone else other than me is going to tell her that she's wrong. You know? There's one thing I've learned in 5 years of marriage, we're always working on me. My wife evidently is this completed work underneath museum glass. I'm like one of those buildings that has that fucking ladders and shit up against it for like 6 years. You're just looking at it like, are they ever gonna finish that hunk of shit? What is going on? They should just tear it down and start over again. Yeah, that's who I am. We get these big fights, you know. I don't know, I'm getting smarter though. I just kind of just go with the flow now with my wife. I'll just be like, all right, you want to do this thing that's going to take most of the day that I know you're not going to enjoy? I just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking get it over with. Let's get in the car and go do it. You know? I fucked up, man. I married a smart woman. If I can tell any single guy here tonight, any advice, just don't be afraid to go a little dumb. I'm not saying get a mouth-breathing moron. I'm just saying, just get somebody who's happy to be there. Right? Every 6 months, you put them on the handlebars on the bicycle, you're riding down along the river, they're like, oh my God, look at the stars, it's so pretty. That's what you need. You don't need somebody challenging your every fucking move, remembering everything that you ever said. It's brutal. My wife said this, I don't even fucking argue with her anymore, you know? She said this to me the other day. She goes, you know, if I said half the thing about men that you said about women, you would have left me years ago. I just went on, all right, fair enough. It's the new me, I didn't argue. The old me would have been like, oh yeah, well if I earned what you earned, we'd be fucking homeless. Can't say that. That's the rules. My wife can tell me the truth. I can't tell her the truth. She can take a big bucket of truth and throw it right in my face. You're just like your father! I gotta sit there biting my tongue like, okay, she's being fucking crazy again. Just let it work itself out. Just let it work itself out, spin around the room. My new thing is, you know what I do? I go for walks. That's what I do. You know, she starts pissing me off, I just go for a walk, and then it's perfect, you know? I don't yell, I'm trying not to yell anymore. I mutter. I walk out the door, fucking goddamn fucking bullshit, I'm fucking waiting for everything. Why am I going outside? And I just go for a walk around the block. By the time I come back, she doesn't give a shit. They didn't even remember why they met. You know? I missed you. Let's be friends. You want to go out and get some lunch? And then it's just, they didn't even fucking remember. You know? I guess Michelle Obama, if she didn't do that arena tour, I guess she'd have to probably start a charity. That's what all bored rich women do in my country. Either they start fucking the neighbor, or they start a charity. They pretend they care, but it's really all about themselves. I'm gonna start a fucking charity. Yeah. I was talking to my gardener, and he was telling me about these fucking people I don't even know anything about. Fucking help them out. There's fucking one-armed kids digging up diamonds. Hashtag one-arm much. Shit. They make it all about themselves. They have a big event, and they invite all these fucking other rich people, and all the people they're trying to help, they're never there. There's a red carpet, and they're all selfies and shit, you know? You know who I would eliminate if I was fucking running shit? I would do it. I love how uncomfortable this makes you guys. Not everybody who takes a selfie, but just, you know, those fucking people where they just, like 3 minutes up the... perfect angle. I just want to drive by and be like, you're not good looking enough! Just take the picture and deal with the results! Or if they're taking a video and they're just like that, you just want to run by and be like, lies! I don't know why I get so much enjoyment out of being an asshole, but I do. So anyway, I've been working on my temper, and I don't know, I've been doing everything I can. I tried meditating, you know, wearing sweaters, anything I can do to try to bring my temper down. Actually, the other night, I actually considered, like, taking a bath. You know, I was getting worked up, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll take a bath. That's something women do. It's a very feminine thing. They outlive us. Women outlive you guys in this country? Yeah, like, what, like 6, 8 years. I don't know what they're doing. I think it has to do with the bath. They have a bad day, they just get in, they decompress, they have a glass of wine, call a friend up. I just want to thank you for being my friend. I'm ready to get back out there. They just let it out. Instead of guys just hanging on to it, taking a shower. Holding on. How many times as a man has somebody asked that? You alright? You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. You don't seem fine. I'm fucking fine! So I should consider taking this bath. So I drew a bath, and I was in a hotel, and I was watching the water come up, and when I was done, I couldn't fucking do it. There's just no way as a man to take a bath and not think about killing yourself. There's just something about slipping into that coffin-shaped tub. Like, am I gonna slip my wrist? What am I doing here? I'm a man. You don't take baths. I can play with a rubber ducky, stick my toe in the box. This is ridiculous. This is not what a man does. I'm not allowed to be this fucking relaxed. So, I don't know. I'll But it's over for guys in my country, man. We had a nice run. We had a nice couple hundred years when we were running shit. And it's just over. Now they got like women like doing like they're doing the play-by-play on football. You know, they didn't even warn us that it was going to happen. They just fucking did it. It was normal. First game of the year, I'm sitting down. I got a cold beer. I'm thinking this is great. I'm going to watch every Monday night football game of the year. And all of a sudden, I was just like, "There's a long pass down at 4 yards." And literally, my bottom lip started quivering. They got this too. Like, they just have to be given. They can't just fuck off for a couple hours and let me watch a game, you know? You know what I hate? I hate that I have to act like I don't have a problem with it. Like publicly, I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, that's great. I always enjoyed football, but felt the only thing missing was the sound of a screeching hawk sailing in every 8 seconds, pulling a rabbit apart." They should be. Women love sports, same way guys do. You know how women love sports. Look how they support the WNBA. I mean, there has to be. That's not the WNBA. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure on that one. All right, so I watch a lot of sporting events. What is that? Does that light just come on? Is that light? Oh, well, it's been on. Jeez. I watch a lot of sporting events, and I don't know, my country's just this really weird fucking time. You get women are going nuts, people are flipping out about Trump, and then they got all these new words that they've had, since like 9/11. They just kind of like, I don't know, like ever since 9/11 you have to borderline like blow anybody that wears a uniform. Make you feel like you're not doing your share and you're a coward because you don't wear a uniform, you know? They're just like fucking, I don't know, anybody. It started off with the troops, which made sense, but now it's literally like fucking meter maids, like crossing guards. How about a round of applause for these women putting these vests on, one sleeve at a time, helping the ducks get across the walk. These heroes, they're doing it for your freedom. It all has to do with like fighting ISIS somehow. It's like you fucking walking kids across the fucking street. What do you stick a stop sign up, nobody's coming, you walk across. That's not heroic, right? Now, is that heroic in Germany? No, every fucking thing. Like policemen and firemen, when I was a kid, that's what they were called. Now all of a sudden they're called first responders. Just out of nowhere, they just start saying that on the news. That's what I fucking hate. Not being like, "Hey, now we're gonna call them first responders to try to make them sound even more important and for you to sound less important." They just start saying it.
There was a 3-car accident today. We got Kelly out on the scene here with one of our first responders. Kelly, can you tell me?
Well, I'm standing here with one of our first responders. Thinking, who the fuck is the first responder? The fourth guy that didn't drive into the other 3? Was he the first responder? I realize they're talking about the cops and the firemen. It's just like, why don't you really rather be called a firefighter than a first responder? It's got to be the most childish shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm a first responder. Something needs to be responded to. Because it's first. I don't respond. Tell them I was first. I was first. Dude, how the fuck is a firefighter a first responder? It's like, dude, I fucking called you. You don't have that panic phone call. You gotta get down there. It's going to be a fucking phone. Stop acting like you were down the firehouse, like meditating in the lotus position, like sensing the fire. All the other firefighters, shh. Who sense it, Doug? Where is it? Can you smell the flames? Stop stirring the chili, you fat fuck. He's sensing the fire. He's responding. Why didn't I respond? When am I going to be the first responder? Do you realize by that logic, literally a plumber is a first responder? How about a round of applause for all our plumbers in uniform, active duty plumbers, snaking out the commode, looking for ISIS, your freedom.
We would like to invite all our plumbers in uniform to board next. All of our plumbers in uniform. Dude, how many more fucking groups of people can board before group one on the plane? It's fucking ridiculous. It started off with the troops, which I get, but even after like the seventh guy, you know, you're starting to look at their boots, like those look pretty clean. Did you see action? What are you blowing the fucking general over there? You know, and then parents, I get that shit. But then it just starts being a free-for-all. People showing up with crutches they had when they were like 3. You know, they're like still a little swollen. And you get on first. People bringing like little parakeet on. Yeah, it gives me emotional support. Anytime we hit turbulence, I get scared, so I rub my nose on its weaky. It makes me feel better. And if you fly this airline Southwest, they get all wacky, like it's Tony Tuesday. Anybody named Anthony? Hey! Oh, fucking nuts, man. You know? I was actually getting on a plane the other day, right? And the woman in front of me was in a wheelchair. And I was like, finally, somebody who fucking earned it, right? So I wheeled her down the fucking hall, right? Stop groaning at me. You decided to come at 3:30. This was 9 o'clock tonight, you be shit-faced. Fuck people in wheelchairs. Standing in front of a room full of readers. Read. Stop judging me. So anyways, I'm wheeling this crippled lady down the hall, and I'm not upset, you know, and all of a sudden they get to the fucking plane, and she just fucking stands up. Like Joel Osteen put his hand on her forehead, like, Jesus, won't you get out of that chair? He doesn't want you to sit anymore. Just get up and use them feet and go pitter-patter on that plane. And she just walks on, no limp, no nothing. And they just fold up the wheelchair. And I'm the only guy standing there, like, what the fuck was that? How many frequent flyer miles does she have that she literally gets a fucking ride on the plane? You gonna let her fly it too? I don't know. You know what does amaze me about some people in wheelchairs? You know, you got the ones who can't move, right? So you understand it. You know the ones I don't get? You ever see, like, if you stop at, like, a red light or whatever, and just somebody comes by in a wheelchair in front of your car, and they're just fucking doing this? It's like, what the fuck is that? What is your ass paralyzed? How much did you sit on a couch, you lazy fuck, that your ass fell asleep to the point you now have to be in a wheelchair? Just do some fucking squats, right? Get up out of that fucking thing. Sorry. Sensing there's a certain level of caring in this crowd. But how much you care. I know none of you work with people in wheelchairs, but if somebody brings up people in wheelchairs, you get very quiet. You get serene, you look down, you shake your head, and then you continue to do nothing. And you have to leave the right emoji, and then the work is done. I don't know how dumb social media gets out here, but back where I'm from, I literally almost fell over. I'm so fucking tired. What was it, a 10-hour difference? I haven't quite caught up. Like yesterday I just stayed up the whole day, like, fuck this, I'm gonna be fine. I don't know what happened after the show, I was too wired. Staying up till 5 in the morning watching people getting kicked in the balls. I can't fall asleep. Somebody told me to get melatonin. That works? I'm not drinking or anything, because that's what I usually do. It's how I beat jet lag. It's the first night, I just, right around midnight, I just go out, I get blind drunk, and then I just fucking pass out, and then I get my 8 hours, and I'm like, all right, I'm on German time. I'm trying to do it the natural way. It's just, it's not good. My drinking got a little out of control. I'm not an alcoholic, I'm just like a binge drinker. You know? Man, like if this was all booze, like when you opened it, why you wouldn't finish it? You know? I guess I'm a completer. That's what I do. It was your job to be done, I'd like to finish it. I know. few alcoholics in the back. I use that when I go home. I knew it was getting bad when my wife started giving me shit about my drinking, and one night I was coming downstairs. You know, I like pouring them like that, and I had an ice cube in it, and I didn't want my wife to hear, so I was sneaking into the bedroom, and she said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I literally had the glass on this side of the What the fuck am I doing? Like, this is one step away from having it in the tank behind the fucking toilet. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I used to just be able to have a beer, and I was fine. Now I'm just like, nah, it's not enough. It's not enough. I need the gas. Give me the gas. No, look, I fucking truly enjoy it. I like the arguments it caused. I love the apologies the next day. I love apologizing. You know, so that's what I really miss. You know, being sober is like, you know, not apologizing. Anyways, so yeah, in my country there's I don't know. I go to a lot of sporting events. Another thing now is the big thing is they're always introducing the troops now. At like football games, it's like you go to a football game / war rally. You show up like, hey, I'm going to watch a sporting event and forget the troubles of the world. And the first thing you do is have some guy come running out, missing a leg, carrying the American flag. And you're like, holy shit! And then they play the Star Spangled Banner. You get all patriotic. By the time the planes fly over, you're like foaming at the mouth, like, bomb the shit out! It's like, the Falcons win the toss. Like, oh, look, okay. So they're always introducing the troops, right? It's always like right after you fucking sit down, you got your booze and your food, you freaked out a family of 4, being too aggressive, like, let's see some fucking D today, right? Oh shit, I didn't see a kid, sorry about that. See some defense, good looking kid. And like, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our heroes here. You're like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta get up, right? Can't stay seated, everyone will think I'm in the Al-Qaeda, right? Set down your food and your booze, make sure your pretzel doesn't touch that part of the concrete where that guy's urine-soaked soles went by. Right? There you go, buddy! What are you saying here? Woo! I must have seen that done like 40 times. And every time they've introduced one of the troops, I swear to God, every time they've called him a hero. You know? Now, I don't want to be cynical, but the math just doesn't work out on it. Everyone's a hero. Dude, hero's a big word. You don't just throw that out there like you're shooting free t-shirts into a crowd. Right? This guy's a hero? Well, what did he do? We got a giant TV screen. Let's see a fucking highlight reel. Now, is he on the front line doing some Rambo shit? Get sucking, motherfucker! Incoming! Medic! Don't you die on me! That is hero shit. They should get front row seats. However, if your job, you were in the Army, and all you did was stay on the base and work on the Jeeps, you know, camouflage mechanic, going, all right, try starting now. Give me some gas. Try it again. Try starting now. Are you starting? Are you starting the game? Fucking sand, it's at the heat. Can I get another bottle of water? Yeah, go fuck yourself. You're not a hero. You're one of the pieces in the fucking, you know, when Hollywood makes the movie, do you think Mark Wahlberg's gonna play you? It is. Right? That's where you are in this fucking movie right now. I'm not saying you're not in the movie. You're just not the star. You get it? That's my shit. If you saw action, you're a hero. Those people who fly the fighter jets, right? Those people. Imagine the fucking balls that takes. Like, how scary is it just to fly commercial? You get a little bit of turbulence, you start making noises you didn't know you could make, like, slapping parakeets around and shit, right? Now imagine somebody shot a missile at your plane, and even if it misses, it's smart enough to be like, ah, no, you don't. No, you don't. You're literally flying like, fuck, fuck. Those people are heroes. However, if your job in the Navy is you just point in the direction the plane takes off. Hey, just in case you were thinking of going that way. I am the integral part of this entire operation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our heroes here. Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. You'll go on the boat. The last 4 years, the most flexible hammies in all the Navy. You've never seen such heroicism. His balls barely touching the hunt
That's my shit. If you saw action, you're a hero. Here's another thing, too. This fucking war is going on, whatever the fuck we're doing over there. You know what we're doing over there. Everyone knows why we're over there. Saddam knows why we're over there. He lit it on fire before we got there. He knew, right? I know, we're over there to make sure we're saving the Iraqi people. They're not free. We're fucking over everyone in our country, but those people over there, they're just not free. So anyways, if it goes any longer, pretty soon they're gonna have like a fucking draft. And if there's a draft, there's only one way to go in this war. You wanna join the fucking Navy. That's what you want to do. You know why? Because the people we're fighting don't have a plane or a boat. So that's what you want to do. You want to be on the ship, get a job, and you never have to leave the ship. You stay on the fucking ship, you never see action, then you go back to the States wearing your uniform, and you start getting some frontline pussy. And it's easy to stay on the boat. All you gotta do is not become a Navy SEAL, which is easy. That's like impossible. Special forces, how tough those guys are. You literally have to like let them drown you, you know, just to show you're tough enough. Put your face in the pillow. I mean, put your face in the pillow. 3 minutes later, what is your lung water doing on my deck, Private? I'm not tough enough for that, so that's out, right? Don't become a jet fighter pilot. That's easy. You gotta be smart. I couldn't even handle that ride where they try to figure out how many G's you can take. I would literally make 3 laps before I was like, shut it up! Fucking pass out as the rocket's slowing down. You wake up trying to play it off and, oh shit. Oh, how many G's was that? That's a Ferris wheel. And then lastly, just don't become one of those frogmen that swims, you know, late at night with like a pen light, freaking out squid, pop your head up, slit somebody's throat, go back to the boat. You know? Come back to the boat, your roommate's just like, hey, what did you do tonight? It's classified. Where's the mess hall? It's that. The Navy is the way to go, though. It is. You know, you think about it. There hasn't been any good naval battle footage since like World War II. You know, like when's the last time you saw 2 destroyers just pull up next to each other and unload like jumping into the water? Literally, the ocean is on fire. Sharks are hanging back, like, hey man, let's see how this sorts out. It's crazy, man. All you gotta do is stay on that fucking thing. What do you got to worry about after that? What, once every 6 to 8 months, like some Somalian pirate comes by and a rubber raft, like, and they're bringing this giant gun over, hey! 10 sailors behind you, I want to do it! Stay on the boat. Hey, here's another fucking hero question. You know, why did you join? Right? Defend my freedom, protect your country. Those are hero answers. However, not a hero answer. Well, I fucked everything in high school. I don't like my hometown, and I wanted to fuck some hookers in the South Pacific. So figured I might as well get paid while I do it. Ladies and gentlemen, he spread gonorrhea through 1/3. Third world, keep it going. One of the biggest heroes. Avoiding a jail sentence, that's also not heroic behavior. Can they do that out here? You can do that at our place, you know? You guys have an army right now? How did that work out? When did they let you kind of fucking get it going again? Well, you know how we do. We always have a base over there to protect people. Anyways, I had a buddy of mine. Actually, he got caught robbing a liquor store, and he was looking at doing 3 to 5 years. And the judge was like, "Well, what do you want to do? You want to do 3 to 5?" And
and try not to get gang raped in a shower? Or you want to become a Marine? He's like, well, let's see here, 20 dicks in my ass. Sing a couple of songs. From the halls of my... Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hero here. His highlight reel should have started with the security footage from the liquor store. Like, you know what? One of our heroes here. It was in that moment I realized I wanted to fight for my country. Anyways, I gotta come here again, man. I'm actually really enjoying this. I just want to come during like the summertime. It's gotta be gorgeous. You know, I took the train from Cologne all the way down to Munich. All those green fields and shit. I like how you guys over here, you have like, it's just nothing but green fields, and then there's like just like a little fucking town, and then it just becomes nothing again. You know? We just have like shit, shit, desert. It's just fucking one goddamn mall after another. You guys, there's these little fucking houses. There's always some sort of fucking religious thing in the middle. You don't have to go. Maybe you don't. We're still fighting fucking ISIS, I guess. I can't for the life of me, I don't understand why we're committing that level of money to try to beat 3,500 jerk-offs that train on a jungle gym or a boat. Like, I just don't understand, you know? Am I missing something? You guys seem real quiet. I get it. You guys. You're connected to them by land. Unfortunately not. I'm not saying they're not bad people. I'm just saying like, the level of security. Every night in the news, like, they're everywhere, they're talking to your children, they're in the drinking water. I'll tell you how they're gonna get here, buddy. They're gonna get on one of them jihad bicycles, they're gonna ride up and over the North Pole, they ain't gonna get cold because they got the devil in them. It's like you do what? Find the bar that I'm day drinking in, and it was 6 million people in LA. Do you realize the level of fucking trick shot that would be? I would literally put half the rednecks in my country with whatever they have in their house up against a full-on invasion if those fucking people could somehow figure out how to get to where we live. Dude, have you seen their YouTube videos? They're not even in HD. It's like, always in some shitty one-bedroom apartment. They got like swords and bags of explosives. I mean, what are we doing here? My country had to fight you guys and the Japanese at the same time. Think of the cars. Just the cars your two countries have come up with. Think of that ingenuity on its own. ISIS hasn't even come up with a flip phone, Game Boy. They got nothing. To kill us. Like, I don't have a business degree, but that is not a long-term, sustainable plan. It's like you have a hardware store. Okay, we're going to go across the street, we're going to burn down their building, and then we're going to run down, and we're going to burn this one down too that we're in. It's just like, yeah, we just kind of, and they have more stores than us? I just don't see how they're come on top of this. Everybody's fucking afraid of them. I don't give a shit. I'm not saying I don't give a shit, but it's like, there's more things to be afraid of, like robots. Like, robots don't need a plane or a boat. They're already in my country. I literally saw one getting interviewed on 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes is like one of our top journalistic programs. Like, I would literally last like fucking, 3 minutes on that show. Yo, tell us about yourself. Well, I don't think you're a hero unless you got shot at. Historically speaking, women created sexual harassment. I mean, we try to keep them in the kitchen, but get out of the world. See what it was all about. I think we got enough footage. Anyway, one night I'm on the road and I'm watching this 60 Minutes program and they interview a robot. And once again, they're not acting like this is anything strange. Like, we got it. They try to make it seem like it was cute. This fucking thing is sitting there. It's got like a face, but like the back of its head's all like, wires and chips and shit. And the thing's just answering these questions, not overheating, not having to think. It's trying to be like charming. It's a robot. It's creepy as shit. So towards the end of the interview, the guy, the reporter goes, so tell us, he goes, what are your goals?
and I'm alone in the hotel room. I literally lean towards the TV. Like, some things have goals. And the robot goes to become smarter than human beings. Yeah, swear to God. And the reporter just blows by. He goes, okay, and now what's your favorite color? Meanwhile, I'm standing on my bed yelling at the TV like, dude, unplug that fucking thing! The battery's out! Pour some water down its back! Rip out some wires! How many sci-fi fucking movies do you have to see before you realize where this is gonna go? Some of the smartest people in the world are saying these things. They're all saying they're going to kill us. Those things are going to rise up and they're going to kill us. That guy, the really smart guy, he recently died. I always wonder what the fuck's his name. He's always sitting down. Lazy guy. Could never just stand up and say hello. Who is that guy? Stephen Hawking. Hey, I realize he has ALS, and I'm so fucking happy he's dead. Jesus Christ. You guys don't believe in an afterlife? You don't think he's up there now and his legs work and he's getting an angelic blowjob? You just wanted him to stay in that chair? Just fucking... Why do you think he was so negative all the time? He never said anything positive. What do you got for us today, Steve? In 20 years, there'll be no more apples. Any solution? No. Before he took the brake off his chair and zummed him in the end. I get it, dude. You're smart. I get it. Come back in when you can tell me something nice. Some sort of ray of sunshine. So all of these smarties are saying these things are going to fucking kill us. And I used to agree with that, and then I have a new theory on it. In order to give you my theory on what I think these things are going to do to us, I have to take you quickly back to the deep, dark, sordid history of the blow-up doll. For all you young people here, all right? I know you probably don't know what one of those fucking things is because, you know, you have internet porn, you get the virtual reality glasses with like titties flying by. Back in the day, before all of that shit, okay? Basically, if you wanted to have sex with another human being, but not one human being wanted to have sex with you. You weren't strong enough to hold anybody down. So again, it's shocking at fucking 20 to 5 in the afternoon. This is inappropriate, but I'm telling you, 9 o'clock at night, you'd be dying laughing. Maybe there's a nicer way to say it. You didn't have it in you to take it. Just fucking with you. Oh, you're really amputating that? Little Burr is full of rape? Being absurd. Man, what do you eat? Little sunflower seeds there? You get your medicine in? Sorry. What happened to the two people up front that just fucking bailed early on? What did Paul Verzi do before he even got out here? Fuck these American cunts. So anyways, the blow-up doll, okay, there's nothing to this. You couldn't just order this thing on Amazon and have a delivery guy show up and he has no idea what's in the box. And you're standing there like Tom Hanks, hey, how are you? Great day with the family, I'll take that. I'll be fucking this later. You had to go down and get it. You had to pick an X-rated store that was far enough away from your house so no one would see you go in there. You had to take a day off from work, usually a Tuesday, right? Monday, a lot of people blow off Monday. Take a Tuesday when everybody's at work. Go there like 11 in the morning, park in the back, psych yourself up. Just get in there, get it done. Pull your hat down, you fucking walk into the store. Too many other people in there, so you get all nervous. You have to grab some videotapes because you had to make it look like an impulse buy, right? And you walk up to the counter and you see it. There it is. There it is. There it is. And it's up there, all the creepy shit's behind the counter, right? It's all like body parts, like the serial killer buffet, you know? Feet, hands, a mouth, an ass, you know? You just set it down. All right, will that be all, sir? Eat it now. Maybe that thing down the end with the surprised look on its face. Somebody's getting married, it's a bachelor party thing. I just jerk off to this. I would never do that. You run out to the car, you're all excited and you hate yourself. Like, I got it, apartment, you're trying to blow it up quietly so no one hears. You get too excited, start hyperventilating, but you just can't. Your fucking heart is racing because you're just watching this thing slowly coming to life. God forbid you got caught, right? Your roommate comes home early, he's fucking a blow-up doll! Dude, your life was over. You had like 7 minutes to get your mom on the phone. Mom, I love you, don't believe what you're gonna say! Don't bullshit it! And you're never gonna see me again, I'm moving to Alaska, I fucked that, I'm so sorry, goodbye! That was it. You went to Alaska. Something for all you guys who like to travel to the States. Do you know Alaska, to this day, has 8 men for every 2 women in that state? That is true. You know why? Because that state is littered with people that got caught fucking shit that they shouldn't have been fucking in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You can look that up on Wikipedia. It's 100% the truth. Propaganda! Alright, so now fast forward to 2016, 2017. I'm in New York and I'm looking through this newspaper and I see this article and it's talking about this robot that for $10,000 you buy this thing and you can have sex with it, right? Now notice, 5 minutes ago, I brought up the blow-up doll and everybody laughed. Oh, that's ridiculous. 5 minutes later, robot you can have sex with, pretty much dead silence. As if everybody was like, wow. I'll tell you this, it still looks like a dead body. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks way better, infinitely better than that fucking rubber blow-up doll. And that's what's scary, because these things are just going to keep getting better and better and better and more lifelike. Just like everything. Everything gets better. If you look at the first cars, right? You're literally like, sitting outside with like bicycle tires. Run over and shit. You can like start it up with a remote control. Look at airbags in cars. When airbags first came out, they just had one for the driver, right? My family! They got airbags for everybody, right? These blow-up dolls are no different. They're just going to keep getting better looking and better looking and better looking, more and more lifelike. I'll tell you right now, these fucking nerds, they're not going to make any just like regular, everyday women, you know? Like that girl next door your mom likes doing, like, well, there's a nice girl, you should settle down. We're going to say hello to old fucking plain Jane over there, right? No, they're going to be making Victoria's Secret supermodels. Sports Illustrated swimsuit models, so they can compete with the most beautiful women in the fucking world. And you're going to come home and they're going to be standing there in a bathing suit, laughing at all your jokes. They're going to sit down and watch the game with you. It doesn't get any better than this. Yes, it does. And it's going to make you go and go make you a bun cake. There's not going to be a human woman in here that's going to be able to compete with that. Even for 90 minutes on your birthday. You're not going to the fridge again to get you a beer. Get your own beer, you fucking asshole, right? That's it. Once you bang on these robots, you're not going to be able to go back to a human woman with all her hopes and dreams and her needs. You know? And you're coming home, what's going on with us? 17 night, come on, talk to me. All you're going to be thinking in your head is like, why isn't this thing blowing me right now? I clearly entered the room. What the fuck is wrong with this? Like, your ego's going to be at like a dictator level. Like, me and my man kids have arrived. Service me! No woman's going to put up with that, and no guy's going to make the fucking effort to get back into, I'm going to fuck another human being again. That's it. No guys will be banging women. Then they're going to get lonely, so they're going to have to make one for you guys, right? Whatever you're into, ladies. Who's the big heartthrob now? Jake Gyllenhaal, Gosling Jr., whatever the... I don't know. I watch sports, I don't really... I'll say Brad Pitt, right? You come home, you'll have the fucking 8-pack where you had Fight Club, dick down to the floor. You hold both your hands when you tell a story. You look younger than you did yesterday. Open a bottle of wine at 12 noon. It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. That'll be it. They're literally gonna fuck us into extinction. We're not gonna be able to deal with each other. You know, can you imagine that? How much do you think more you'd open up sexually if it was with a fucking robot? How far down that fucking rabbit hole are you gonna go? Come on, Germany. Look what you're doing with other people. Your porno is off the fucking chart. You get nervous. This is German porno. You immediately think someone's gonna be shitting on somebody. Yeah, you deal with this. Oh, I must be off the mark. You guys don't have a lot of scat videos over here? I don't know. Whatever. You guys think we're all fat? We don't travel. Shape in front of you during the afternoon. I should be outside on a swing set. Workday, this poor bastard having to stand up the whole goddamn show. I'm not allowed to crack a smile. Doesn't speak a lick of English. Knows what I'm talking about. Disturbingly silent. Usually glancing over, taking a photo. Mental picture. Anyways, so eventually the only thing that's going to be left is going to be hipsters and homeless people. They're going to be only two people left banging other human beings. You know, hipsters, they love all the old shit, right? Cassette tapes, frisbees, dressing like a cobbler, whatever the fuck it is. But even a homeless guy, after a while, he'll be able to drag some, discarded model, probably missing a leg out of the dumpster, start fucking that thing and he'll just be laying there like, I don't think you smell that bad. This is my favorite bitch. I love how bad you felt for that one-legged robot. That's another thing. Now you think they're human. They're halfway conquered us already. Yeah, and that's it. And eventually, what's going to happen is we're going to go to war with these fucking things, and the only thing left to fight them is going to be an entire generation of hipsters. And they're going to go to war, ironically, growing like Three Musketeer facial hair, dressing like Star Wars action figures. They're going to go to war just like that. They're going to get fucking slaughtered. I imagine when they get down to like 30 human beings left, I think some liberal robot will be like, maybe we should save a few. They are an endangered species. After all, they did build us. The robot, it is forbidden to say that. So stick them in the zoo. 30 people from all over the world, right? European, American, black, white, gay, straight, all just thrown in there. These robots will just be looking at them like, I love it when they cross their legs. Like a bad Hollywood summer blockbuster. Can they set aside their differences? Excuse me, it's ma'am, not sir. It is ma'am, not sir. Put their phones in their lives. When are you going to stop bringing up slavery? I know that's awkward, but there's something there. You just remembered that I bombed with that in your city, eventually. You like how my joke just bombed and I kind of yelled at you guys for it? You remember me fucking that joke up, man. I'm gonna fix it, man. Anyways, let's talk about my personal life. 2 years ago, I became a dad, as I mentioned. That was a big deal in my life. My wife did all the work. Usually people clap there and they say you're You guys was, und what, you mean you had unprotected sex? You did what a teenager could do? You want a fucking award for that bullshit? We designed the Porsche. It was the perfect design to day 5. It's really fucking nuts. This car is so crazy. It makes no sense. The engine's in the back, it's rear-wheel drive, and it's still fucking, it's unbelievable. I did notice that when I came over here, and when I saw World War II footage, I'm like, God damn, they're going to show that shit over here, right? We don't show a lot of Vietnam footage in my country. And then we kind of wanted, then we left. That's how we think.
I know so you guys do. We should talk about all the cool shit you were inventing. Like they were showing this jet, this one-person jet that you guys had. And it's kind of this, once if we got this done a little sooner. The Americans are not smart. They stole all our secrets. Your taste. Electric cooled machines. So does the Americans have Johnny Appleseed walking around in his bare feet? Anyways, I'm just fucking with you guys. And so I became a dad. And, you know what's funny in my country? Like, you can't say your wife's pregnant to some people. Like, hey, my wife's pregnant. They go, excuse me, you're supposed to say we're pregnant? Which I love that. You're supposed to say. What do you mean I'm supposed to say? According to who? She's pregnant, all right? I'm not a fucking seahorse. You want to take an x-ray of my lack of a womb? Right? She's pregnant. She's fucking miserable. She can't get her feet are swollen. That is what pregnant is. She's exhausted all the fucking time. She's going through it. I'm feeling great. Doing pull-ups. I'm actually dropping weight. That's how not pregnant I am. No morning sickness on this guy, right? So anyways, I wanted to buy a cool car, and then right as I want to get a cool car, my wife ended up getting pregnant. I'm like, fuck, you know? Because then she started going like, well, what kind of car are you gonna get? And it's like, right? What are we gonna get? Your dream car? Something cool? You know, now we're gonna have a baby. She wanted me to get like a fucking minivan with this giant sliding door. I'm like, I'm not fucking getting that. And I'm not getting an SUV because they're all shaped like a dinner roll. They all look the same. I'm not fucking doing it. She goes, well, what are you gonna get? I want to get a fucking cool car. Look at this car. It's fucking, you know, looks like it's angry. Look at those, look at the calipers, these things, you know? She's like, every cool car I looked at, she's like, I don't know. I mean, it's nice, but can a baby fit in it though? Just weird. A baby can't fit in. Look, honey, it's a 4-door sedan. 4 adult males can fit in this car. I can't imagine how many fucking babies. I mean, can I stack up like 2 little rolls of baby bread? I could probably get 37, 38 of them. Where are you gonna put the stroller? In the trunk. You can literally put a fucking dead adult male in there. You can get a little fucking carriage in there. I need a sliding fucking duck. How big a baby are you gonna have? Put it in the area. Bring out the baby. Then you gotta stick him in like a fucking car seat. In the state I live in, California, you have to have the baby in a car seat until they're like 9 years old. 8 or 9 years old. And I'm telling you, with the shit that's in our food, kids have like mustaches. Their balls have dropped. You gotta like lift their sack up to try to buckle them in. Yeah, I can do it myself. Shut up, son! Clean shit today! I don't understand it. When I was a kid, we had 5 boys. We sat 4 across with one kid laying on that shelf on the back. No seatbelts. My dad would slam on the brakes. You'd get folded in half. My older brother. My dad would, for Christ's sake, put him back there! Jesus Christ. And no one ever died. I mean, kids died when I was, when I was young. But not every turtle has to make it to the sea. I love you guys, man. You didn't applaud my wife getting pregnant, but you applauded dead children. That's what I love. Every country has a different vibe. I'm taking that back. To the States with me. Bill, I'm doing a stand-up gig in Germany. What should I need to know? Don't bring up getting pregnant. They don't give a kids, fucking... People in wheelchairs where their legs don't work, they pretend to care, but you can't, they want to laugh. So anyways, the only thing that has sucked about becoming a dad was we had to get rid of my dog. That was the only thing. Yeah, I had to take it out back. Okay. I know. I knew that was going to be weird, but it's America. We all have guns, and that's how we handle it. I know you guys just let it run in the street. It goes back into the forest, between your towns. You know what you do? I didn't kill it. The thing basically, it was a fucking lunatic, but it loved me, and it loved my wife, and it loved my mother-in-law, and like 2 other people. And everybody else, it treated them like they were fucking Freddy Krueger. Right? We literally have company over. We had to lock it in the back room, and the whole time it'd be throwing itself against the door. Walk by the door, it'd have its nose on. I know you love it. I can see your face. I'm gonna come and get you later. She was abused. She's a little crazy. She'll calm down after about 2.5 hours. So, I don't know. It bit one of my friends. It tried to kill both my parents. It tried to kill my father-in-law, and I just kept denying it. And then, my wife had herself knocked up, right? By some guy she's not really in love with him. No, so, she's about 8 months pregnant. I just keep playing this scenario in my head where I'm on the news being like, well, the dog it locked us, so I figured you could let it sleep under the bassinet, and you can imagine my surprise when I woke up the next morning. I was not going to be on that guy in the news whose rescue dog ate his baby. I just wasn't going to do it. So I bring it up to my wife, and she's just like, I know, you're right. We got to get, it was a real painful conversation. And fortunately, my trainer said that he would take the dog, because, my dog is human aggressive, which means it tries to kill people. It's a pit bull, so those usually get put down. So he says, I'll come back in a week and get it. What fascinated me was the way my wife processed grief versus me. It was classic male-female. She just dove right into it. I went into total denial. I sat down, okay, we're giving away this dog that I love more than life itself. But we're not doing it tomorrow, so I'm just going to sit here on the bed, turn on the TV, and not think about it. I'm not going to think about it until I hand the leash over, and that's it. And my wife immediately went to the bathroom, she's brushing her teeth, had the door closed, I heard her start to cry, but quietly. I'm ashamed to admit this, I actually got mad at it. I didn't say anything, just in my head. I was literally mad at her for having the proper emotion in that moment. That's how fucked up I am. Why are you thinking about how sad this is and then letting the sadness out of you through the proper emotion of crying? This is what happened every night. I just denied it. I just fucking ignored it. Just kept taking the dog on hikes, and every night my wife would cry a little louder. Until the night before, she's like, so the next day's the moment of truth, right? And fucking it's a knock at the door. She goes, okay, he's here. And my wife had cried herself into acceptance. My fucking emotions were still at the starting line. She goes, go get the dog. And I just go, okay, Cleo. She popped her head up, started wagging her tail, and 8 years of unconditional love all started coming up, and I was like, oh, fuck, not now! So I just pushed it down. And I went into this crazy, game show character, hey, how are you? Smiling even though I'm sad, gonna put the leash on you. You know how politicians smile the next day when they got arrested for killing a hooker? Everything's okay, right? So I put the leash on her, and I'm just walking, and we're walking, left, right, left. And I just handed the leash to the guy, pat her on top of the head, didn't even look at her, turned around, and walked away from her. I love that thing more than I loved anything in my life up until that point. Don't tell my wife, right? I go back to the house, my wife's just looking at me and being like, you okay? Is everything all right? Do you want to talk about it? You just seem a little upset. I'm like, I'm fine. Sometimes you have to be up here and not down here. You can't think with your heart. You gotta be up here. I'm gonna go in the bathroom for a second. And I went in the bathroom, closed the door, and for 0.8 seconds, cried like a little boy before I put the lid back on the jar. I just added it to the shelf of anger that sits in every man's chest. Who that I love in my life is going to pay for that in the future? Where am I going to be? A family reunion, a picnic, a Bed Bath & Beyond. How many fucking towels do we need? Get this person to fucking sickness with you. Where is this coming from? Oh, we gave away a dog 8 years ago and I never cried about it. Now it's coming out. Is everybody staring at us? Want me to pretend like I'm not with you? Hey, fuck you later. Listen, you guys